Good morning, you guys. So I'm finally awake enough that I'm not like mumbling over my words and stuff. Kitten update. Not sure what they're up to. Pippin loves staring out the window. Oh, looks like he got a yarn tail under there. There's, oh, goodness gracious. Is he going to go all the way under it again? So he can like squish his body down like a cockroach and crawl under stuff. And it is really hilarious. He does it to my dresser all the time. So I'm sitting here responding to comments. I haven't done that in a couple of days. I just really haven't sat down at the computer for very long, and it's much easier to do this at the computer versus trying to do it from my phone. And I can guarantee that my comments or replies actually post when I do it from the computer. About half the time, my comments from my phone don't show up and my replies don't show up. So I don't know why. I have the same problem with my email. If I send an email from my phone versus the computer, it's like 10% of the time my email doesn't show up. It's so weird. But yeah, I'm listening to Gary from Urban Yarns. I will leave his channel tagged down below again. He's actually opening my Christmas card that I sent him. No, he just got a huge box of the Felici Knit Picks yarn. And of course, like, he has impeccable taste because he held up the more retro colors, the Doctor Who, the rainbows, the Volkswagen bug colors. And he's like, these are my favorites. And I was like, yes, those retro colors are so pretty. But yeah, I'm going to sit here and do this for a little while longer. I do think I'm going to try to go for my walk this morning. I checked the temperature outside. It still says it's 26 out there, so I'm going to have to do the big coat. But it's going to be like 46 by 9 a.m. And I think that's part of my problem is even though it's 20 degrees when I leave, it's like 40 when I get back. So I'm all ooky by the time I get back. But I have a couple things I really need to sit down in front of the camera and actually film today. I might do a show and tell, which would kind of make my Vlogmas video kind of weird. It's probably going to go up late instead of, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I actually have some stuff to talk about for a show and tell. Yeah, I'm scatterbrained this morning. I'm a little tired. I'm a little wonky. But yeah, this is my morning so far. I'm on my second cup of coffee, which is why I was able to finally make words. But yeah, I'll keep checking in with you guys, let you know what's going on. It's still pitch black outside. It's hard to believe that in the next hour and 15, hour and a half, it's going to be bright out there, but it is pitch black outside right now. Yeah, I'll let you know what happens today. Shouldn't be an overly interesting day, but we'll see. Okay, guys. I made it out. My sunglasses are in my pocket. It's not quite bright enough out here for sunglasses, but I didn't want to have to put my regular glasses in my pocket and switch around, so. The real feels like 32 right now, but the actual temperature is 35. I went ahead and wore my coat because it is cheery. It's the humidity. But I'm warm in my coat, so I got my hat and my cowl, so things are snuggly. But I did make it out again. I think we're at the point where most of my mornings are going to be doing the do I or don't I because of temperature. Not a whole lot of fun. But yeah, hopefully I'll get 3 miles in and get the rest of my steps in with my chores today. But I will see y'all shortly. Bye, guys. So, of course, I click like record as soon as I plot these down, and I bounce like one bag across the sofa here. Anyway, so it's 4 o'clock and I'm only just now getting to these. So I guess y'all already know how well I'm doing as far as like getting any crafting done today so far. I'm like all hyper. Troy's been gone for 2 days and he's coming home and he's already called to say he's on his way home, and I'm all like excited and hyper and I'm in a goofy mood anyway. Oh, so this never reads like its best color. This is a Peyton's acrylic yarn. It's kind of mazy. It's got a little bit more gold to it than it ever shows up on camera. I used this actually last December in it's my birthday cowl shawl. But it always looks so bland tan, but it's really not. It's got just a hint of gold to the undertone of it. It's really, really pretty, and it's so soft. I've been trying to film like actual content videos instead of just vlogs today, and I'm so hyper and so all over the place that, yeah. I feel like a dog that needs to go burn off energy. Ooh, and so we're going to keep with a speckle variegated coming into my fingering weight shawl. And this has some purple tones and some orange and some red, so that'll actually play off really nicely off the watercolors we just added in, or in the process of adding in from yesterday. So I just realized if I'm going to do a video today with my regular show and tell, because I do have some things I kind of need to show and tell. If I'm going to do that, then I probably shouldn't post this today. So tomorrow I will have days 10 and 11 together. And we got our Chantel was our little tag for today. So tomorrow you'll have this along with tomorrow's content, which is going to unfortunately probably make that a really long Vlogmas video. But yeah, I'll see what happens as far as tonight goes. Since I'm not uploading this tonight, I may just go ahead and skip the good night stuff and just jump in tomorrow morning. And that'll also help cut down on the length, because I sit here and babble just like I'm doing right now, which just takes up a whole lot of time. But anyway, I will catch up with you guys in just a bit. So I keep forgetting to show these to you guys, but this is what I've decided to do with the worsted weight advent calendar. I'm making corner to corner squares. I'll border these and put them together for a blanket. But I'm finding trying to get through all 50 grams in a day kind of difficult anyway. So I'm just going to kind of let this one float. I'll still work them, you know, in order of the bags. But I have been putting them back into the bags every day after I unwrap them. The next one up is the Premier Anti-Pilling in the plum color. So that is what I'm doing. I do have a plan, and the extra little bit is different on all of them. So the scrap squares will kind of be their own thing. I'm thinking about joining like 2 straight squares with a scrap square. But I'll figure that out as I get the squares completed. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I keep forgetting to show you guys. Good Friday morning, you guys. It's December 11th, 5:30 in the morning. Once again, I was up way too early, so Carrie will definitely have to take a nap sometime today. So right now I'm sitting here in my craft journal for 2020, working on my ideas for 2021 for what my crafty goals will be. I have some projects I've been meaning to work on, meaning to make, and particularly this nowhere shawl. I have the yarn set aside for it in a box downstairs. I've known what I wanted to do with it now for a year and still haven't started it. So these are projects I know for sure that I want to see made in 2021. I also am writing up my rules for my yarn band for 2021. I'm just kind of sitting here kind of planning out crafty wise what I kind of want to do, things that I want to keep in mind for planning's sake. I've got Summer up here watching her. Of course, I paused it in like a really awkward face there. I did get started on yesterday's yarn into my shawl, so that's what that is looking like. I'm about halfway done. My rows are getting real short now, or stripes are getting real short now compared to where they were. I'm kind of enjoying that. I've got to do the grocery shopping for the weekend today. I have a couple of things I'm running out of that I need to make sure I have. But since I'm going out and I'm going to be halfway to the post office, I'll go ahead and run to the post office again. This time of year, I try to go down there twice a week, just in case there's something in the box. I do have something coming at some point. I was emailed about a package coming, but I think she just sent it out, so it's not going to be here like immediately. I did go ahead and order. So this was an Echo Park collection that I used last year on my craft journal, and I loved it. I mean, it's beautiful. I love all the little sayings and things. I had some leftovers, so I made some cards. Yeah, I've got these random cut apart bits kind of scattered throughout and on pockets and things like that throughout the journal. I wanted another crafty set, and I have a sticker book for a Kaiser craft set that is crafty themed, and I thought I would give that a shot. And I've got the stickers already, so I figured I'd just go ahead and order the paper that goes with it. So hopefully I will be able to get started on actually covering a notebook. I do think if I've got time today, though, I'm going to go downstairs and start setting up to do the dividers. You really can't tell because they're glued together, but I took a couple sheets of paper and put them together so I could put my dividers in there. I do want to actually make proper tabs. These sticker tabs are fine, but they keep popping off. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing this morning, and that's what the plan is to get started on 2021's journal. I am going to lay it out a little bit differently. Back here when I'm doing my individual projects, you know, a lot of them, it was fine doing the split pages, but I would like to have a full page because I did run into a couple where, yeah, I've been putting my Yarn Bingo cards in here. Where am I? I haven't stuck December's card in here to use as my placeholder. Like this one, where I needed to use the double space because of the number of colors I was using intentionally. So I do need to, I do want to make that change. I also don't want to pre-number the projects because I would like to be able to, at the end of the month, come in and add up, and particularly over here in the Yarny section, instead of just doing a bottom at the page tally of where I am after filling in the page, I would like to come in every month and figure out how many grams, how many yards I used. But I do like how I set up with places, spots for being able to put my Post-it notes for just random things I wanted to keep up with as the year went on. I do want to better plan this front divider where I've got my crafty goals typed up and put in here. So I do have some changes after having used this for a year that I want to make, and I'm going to work on getting that kind of planned out here. But yeah, this is, give you a quick flip through here. So this first section is my Yarny FOs, and I've got, you know, 3 columns: project, grams, yardage, and I pre-numbered my pages for projects. You can see I've completed 148 yarn projects this year. Pocket on my divider. This is my other non-yarny FOs. I did do a lot of these in groups. You know, 37 Christmas cards, 43 Christmas cards, 98 fall cards. And then I kind of have a tally sheet of, you know, things I got rid of from my stash that I just gifted out. A place to tally my cards. How many notebooks did I cover? You can see I did not do very well on my plans for my non-crafty stuff. Then we have my individual project notes, which include the yarns that I used when I started them. A section for notes. A number of projects did actually have notes. And that's the biggest section. I mean, that's a lot of stuff in there. And then the final one was just some blank pages where I could write notes as I went, which I really didn't use until today. I don't generally do a whole lot of notes in my journals, but unless I'm planning things. Next year I would like to, if I keep this section in the notebook, I would like to use it for adding to this list in particular, where I'm talking about the things that I want to make and the list of projects that I know I want to do for sure, so I don't forget these individual projects. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a good morning, and I'll check back in with you guys when I unbox today's yarn. Okie dokie, you guys. So I have yesterday's fingering weight yarn already done, so I'm going to go ahead and unbox today's and see what we've got. I love this. This paper pad was so much fun to work with. This was last year's cards. I still have some scraps I need to finish using up, but loved it. Beth over at Bourbon Creek Crafts has been using that as her Christmas pad this season, and I'm loving seeing what she did with it. Ooh. So this is a Vanna's Choice yarn. I know exactly what that is. I made a Just Feel Festive. No, I did a poncho out of this that ended up turning into a wrap because I couldn't sew it. It was too heavy to block properly. So I did a poncho wrap out of that. That's what I ended up doing. The other two I did a Just Feel Festive shawl out of. Whee! And my fingering weight today is Stuck in the Bag. Ooh. I love this color. So this is actually a Mary Maxim fingering weight yarn. This is one of their house ones. And I absolutely love this color. I have a little bit more left, and I'm thinking about doing a hat out of it. But yeah, totally love this color. So this is going to be really pretty up against that, the purples and oranges and yellows that were in that other one. And it's got some like red in there. So that's going to actually go really nicely. I think we have one more weird bold color left to go that kind of works, but is a little bit different than everything else. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. My desk is still clean. I haven't started working on anything else down here. I'm hoping that paper gets here today, but I have 6 packages that are out right now that have all been delayed. They were supposed to all have been delivered by yesterday. And I have gotten notices as they've come closer and closer to their due dates of being here that they've all been delayed. So we will see what happens. Anyway, I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it's 4 o'clock. I'm going for a walk. I'm about quarter of the way into today's yarn for the fingering weight. It's pretty comfortable, but if I wait any longer, I'm going to lose daylight. So I figured I'd go ahead, take a walk. I had too many things to do this morning to go out, but I'm going to get her done. See you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all good night. This is where I got to today with today's yarn. I told you it was going to actually look really nice with the purple and the gold tones that are in there. So that's the last 3 days there. Yeah, so we sat here and watched the homecoming while we ate dinner and sat here working on my shawl for a little while. But it's getting to be late for me uploading, so I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded, and I will check in with you guys again tomorrow. I hope y'all have a great night. Love you guys.